Hey, this is the continuation of part 2 of the yarn stash. So if you haven't seen part 1 yet, I'll put a link over here and you can go ahead and see that. It's 40 minutes of going through my yarn and organizing it and stuff like that. This is just a second part because my video was way too long and I couldn't save it. I had to break it up into parts. It was a whole thing. So that's what's going on now. So enjoy. Okay, these are two colors that I just recently dyed up for sock sets in my shop. It's just a teal and a green. So these are for me so that I can sample them off. So I guess they're going in the sock section. This is another one. This was leftover dye, probably from Forest Floor, because that's what it looks like. So I might use this for color work though. Yeah. Okay, these, as you can tell, a lot of my minis are leftover dye, because why not, right? So these are 20-gram minis. I probably should put them with another yarn to make a sock set, but I do like to hold on to my own yarn as well. They feel like they are 100% superwash merino. Again, a color that I won't wear, but I'll use them for socks. So they're going to go up here with the socks. I have a lot of sock yarn. I didn't realize that. Okay, this is, I don't know what this is. Darn Good Yarn, Lace Weight Silk, English Gardens. It's greens and like a magenta, deep red-ish color. Some lavender. I believe this is silk. I don't know what I would do with that. I may put it in a wool swap basket. I think I'm going to put it in the wool swap basket. Done. Okay. This was part of a sock set that I broke up. That 'Tis the Season that I used for the Tiptoe Through the Tulips. This was the contrast that came with it. Doesn't have a color name, but it's a watermelon color. So that's going to go in with the socks. Juniper Moon Farm Moonshine. It's a single ply of alpaca, wool, and silk. I think I'm allergic to alpaca. I don't know if this is enough. I am allergic to alpaca. I don't think this is enough to bother me. So I'll hold on to it. Maybe stick it in some color work. But if I don't use it in the next couple of years, I'm just gonna, we'll deal with that then. Okay. And this is Wool Silk Viscose Marisol Nunya. Merino Wool, Mulberry Silk, Bamboo Sourced Viscose. So it is a magenta color. I'm gonna see if I can change this this filter. Okay. It is what it is. Anyway. But this is yeah, it's a fingering. Right? Am I right? 2-4, yeah, it's a fingering. Okay, now I've got this really bright purpley indigo. That's pretty accurate on the screen. Earth Yarns 100% merino. Oh, that's right. They have color numbers. It's number 16, but then when you go to the website, it has the names of the colors. I don't know why they do that. Why do they do that? Why can't they just... Look at all this real estate they have on there. They could put the name on there somewhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just put the name. It's not that hard. I don't understand. Anyway, color work. I think we're getting into the DKs now. So, Brooklyn Tweed Arbor Targhee. What is this colorway? Viridian. And it is way more green than it is blue. Teal. You gotta love teal. It just never, the camera does not like teal. Ever. It doesn't like purple either. And then I have this sparkly blue. This is more of a worsted. Yeah, Glamour Sapphire. I'll put that more toward the center. Okay, this is that same brand, but it's a ruby color, and actually I think it's called ruby. Yeah. So this is another one of mine. This is Hints of Spring. It is a buttery yellow, and it's got like the very smallest pastel-y hints of green in there. This is an untreated merino. I've been holding on to this for a while, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It may end up being socks, DK weight socks, because I have not made a pile yet for DK weight socks. But I do have space up there. So I think over here I will put socks that are for DK weight. It's not going to be that many, but it'll be there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because this is not a color. I said it's not a color I'm going to use, but then I whole ass made like, you know, a fall sweater with that color. But normally I don't wear that, which is probably why I have all that speckling in there too, because it's not a solid yellow, because I would not wear a solid yellow. I have all those speckles of browns and orange and saffron and stuff like that. So yeah, so this is going to be socks. Malabrigo Rios, it's worsted weight. Let me go through the DK first, because I'm just grabbing at this point. This looks like a DK. I mean, look at this. That doesn't look like a worsted. Why is it labeled worsted? Does that look worsted to you? Okay, this is mine. Pretty close. Dial down the saturation just a little bit. This is Grassy Meadow. Yeah, Grassy Meadow in Palworth. No, BFL. I should have figured that out from the feel. Blueface Leicester, DK. That'll most likely be used for color work. And then those two forest floors we talked about earlier, I'm going to put those over there too, because these will be used for color work. Another Hint of Spring. I'm going to put that up there for socks. This is an OG. I do need to use this at some point. This was my poor attempt at making my own ball band. And I just decided to go with business cards. But this is a striped yarn. I do not have a good method for making striped yarn, which is why I don't do striped yarn in the shop. One day I will figure it out and start introducing that, but until that time, you know, this is all I have. So that's why it's mine. This is Tulip Garden, and it's the first 4 colors that I ever bought for yarn dyeing. So it's vanilla cream, that's this yellow here, and then Kelly green, pink orchid. Oh, did I not put the blue in there? I also bought a sapphire, but apparently I didn't put that in there. So 3 of the 4 colors that I first purchased for yarn dyeing are in here. And this really should be socks. These will probably make some epic socks. It might micro stripe, I don't know, but I really should hold on to this and make it for socks. Okay, this one is mine as well. Mad Blood, it's Polar DK. I just love this color. I need to dye up more of this because this is just a great color. It's so wonderful. I just love it. It's like this moody, rusty, dark, bloody red. It's just so goth. I love it. I know, I don't look goth, but I'm goth in my heart. I'm just saying. If you know, you know. Okay. This is color work. And this one, this is mine, but trying to remember. I think I was playing around with this. So it's just black, blues, pinks, whites. So I think I'll make this into socks as well, because it's just one skein. So all right. North American wool, that's a lot of information. Persian red, Germantown. I think I got this at, oh, I know I got it at a yarn shop, and I can't remember the name of it. It was outside of Atlanta, and they had a lot of local rustic wools, and that's where I got this. I'll probably end up using this for color work as well, because what else am I going to do with it? It's not really enough to do anything else, so. This is 100 yards, but it doesn't say how many ounces it is. Oh, this is probably a worsted. I think it might be a worsted. Okay, and then I have this recycled slubby mystery yarn that looks like it could be recycled silk. I don't know what I would do with that either. Maybe mixed media. I don't think I would use it for color work, and I won't use it for socks. But it might be interesting for mixed media, like with that eyelash yarn that I need to find a home for. If I have space, then I'll put it down here somewhere, but we'll see. So I think for now, I'm going to put it down there with that eyelash yarn. Okay. This dyer I know is no longer dyeing. She stopped dyeing years ago, but she was local to me, Redhead Fibers. And this is Autumn Sunset, and it's purples and gold and yellow. I've had it in my stash forever, and I don't know what I want to do with it. Really, I should probably turn it into socks, because I've been trying to match up this skein of yarn for color work for years, and I just never have the right shade of anything that will go with it. So I think I'm going to stick it in the socks, and if for some miracle, by some miracle, I end up having something where I can use it for color work, then I will. But until then, I think I'll just put it in for socks. Okay, we're almost done. We have single skeins of worsted left. So I think I already talked about this Malabrigo Rios. That is really bright on the screen. It's definitely darker, has way more depth than that. Worsted weight. This is a beautiful red. I love it. So that's going to be color work. And then Woolfolk Tinde. Am I saying that right? Number 11. Merino wool. This deep blue. And then we have Mohawk wool. Ooh. Merino Romney nylon. Undyed, so it's a natural chocolate brown, medium brown. Worsted weight, I don't know what I would do with that either. Although, I don't know if it'll work with this. It might. It might work with that sweater quantity of Jameson's that I have. So I'll have to keep that in mind later, but it's going to go down here. But it might work with that yarn, which would be awesome. And then that bright pink, that's mine. That's going to go in the worsted, because what else am I going to do with it? I'm not making worsted socks. And this, wow, it's bright. It is not that bright. It is way more toned down than that. This, I think, is Barocco, maybe? I don't know, because there's no label, but I think it might be Barocco. Like a mix of acrylic and wool. I don't know. It probably should go down there because I know that it's not 100% wool. Or like anything that you would typically put with wool, like silk or alpaca or anything like that. I think it's acrylic and wool. So I'm going to put it down here. Made in the back on the shelf. This is mine. Under the Sea. It's teal, so of course it's going to show up one way or the other. DK weight. Actually, really, this should go into my scraps bag. That's at my feet, so I'm going to go do that. Knit Pick Swish Bark. That is also in my, no, it's not. I was going to say it's in my Hello Gorgeous, but it's not. Yeah, it's not in anything. So it's just a typical brown. And that's a DK weight, so. All right, and then we have Kramer yarns, worsted peacock colorway, and that's merino acrylic. That really should not be over here either. So. And then this is not mine. I know I got it at that thrift shop, Smart Supply, but it's a brown glitter. And I know I've used it for quite a few pairs of socks. I'm gonna put this in my scrap bag for fingering weight as well. And then this yarn, I have a whole bag full of DK weight yarn that is upstairs in my bedroom, and I don't know why I brought the whole thing up there. I'm not going to go through it that fast. That's pretty damn ambitious of me. So really I should bring that bag back down here and put that yarn over here, since I'm out of space up here basically for what I want, and then put that yarn over here so I can continue on with this. What's going on over here? So I'll be right back and do that. I'm back with all of the DK weight yarn that I so ambitiously thought I was going to knit up in like 2 weeks. For whatever reason, I was binge watching Big Bang Theory again, and I'm like, okay, it'll probably take about 2 weeks with the amount of time that we're spending watching it. I was like, oh, I'll just put all of this yarn in my bag and knit it all. This is a bag that I made 4 or 5 years ago with I put this on here. This is from a computer, Alienware or something. But it's just a crocheted basket that I made. It really needs a bottom. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I guess I'll just cut out some cardboard and stick it in there whenever I get around to that. But this is all my DK weight. I am going to actually use this and make socks and practice that heel flap and gusset. Thank you to Dale from Knit1T2 for helping me out there as well with that heel flap and gusset. But I have a whole bunch of these. I have 4 of these. So this is Hilo. I don't know if there's a color name. No. Medium brown, gray brown. So I'm gonna stick that in this corner over here with the other skein of that I've got. And I have a full skein of strawberry smoothie. This is mine. And it's a pastel pink with a little tiny bit of cream in there. It's untreated merino. So that's going to be in the sock pile as well. Two skeins of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes and Fairy Tale. Not that bright. It's definitely more muted. Dark raspberry. Okay, what else do we have? Is this Mad Blood? It looks like another Mad Blood. Yeah, Mad Blood and Hallwork DK. Love this color. This is going to be color work. I don't know why I have it in the DK sock bag. I'm sure I had a reason for it at the time, but I can't think of it now. And then this is Dark Unicorn. This was the yarn that I used for my All of the Lights by Joji Locatelli, that cardigan. I dyed that up, this up for that. It's more bright on the screen than what it is. It's definitely darker than that. I think I'm going to put this in the DK scrap bag that's at my feet. And then more. Apparently I knit something and didn't like it and ripped it back or something. So I don't know. I think this is Brooklyn Tweed. Yeah, I don't know what the colorway is. But this is Brooklyn Tweed Arbor. And this is going to go in that bag with the DK weight scraps too. And now this bag is empty. And we have a lot of space. So, I do have those 2 bags of scraps, so let me put them on here and then we'll see how much space we actually have. And if we still have enough space, then I'm going to go through my acrylics and stuff and see what I have a lot of that are the same, and then we'll put them on the shelf too so that I can see them and then use them or donate them or whatever. Because there is a lady in my neighborhood that I occasionally give yarn to. She does the recreation at a nursing home that she works at, and so she likes to donate the yarn for the senior citizens that are living there to work with. And I've also donated some shawls that I've made because I have a gift shop, so they usually have some kind of bazaar going on during Christmas time. So actually I have a bag for her, that kind of stuff to give her too. I need to get in touch with her now that I'm thinking about it. So let's see how much space we actually have. I think we have enough space. I have a whole section right here, plus all this empty space here. So if I piled it up, I could definitely get a whole lot more over here. So I am going to drag out that tote that's full of that yarn, and then we'll see what we can get over here and hopefully use in the coming year. Big old tote. All right, let's see what we have. We've got Red Heart, more Red Heart brown, coffee colors. Sorry for the crinkling. Some mohair. Dude, yo, I don't know if I ever showed this, but this mohair is so old. It's like from the 80s old. I mean, look at these labels. Oh, this is Filtro de Crosa. Actually, I had some of that on the shelf. Mohair wool, viscose, polyester. So I don't know how that would feel on the skin. I actually have never really worked with mohair, like, although I guess this isn't real mohair either since it's a blend, but there's tons of this. I got this dark pink, I got this light pink, I've got this bluish purple. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's there. Okay. More red heart. I have, this is nice yarn. Red Heart Petite Unforgettable. This is nice for shawls. So if you're ever looking for shawl knitting for somebody for a gift, something that's washable, it's 100% acrylic. I can't attest to how well it holds up, but it knits and crochets up really nice. So, and there's a lot of pretty colors. Or there used to be. I know they discontinued some of them. This colorway is Echo, and it's olive green and purples and black. I'm going to put that on the shelf. Deborah Norval Serenity, 100% acrylic. This is really pretty too. I've made baby stuff with this yarn. I don't know what I would do with it because really it would, you could use socks for it. I just don't know how it would feel and how hot your socks would get. How hot your feet would get. So I don't know what I would do with this. But I don't want to give it away either because I like it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Scarfy is nice too for infinity scarves or shawls or anything like that. This is a good yarn and it holds up really well. This colorway is Eggplant Taupe and it's 78% acrylic, 22% wool. Oh, I have a lot of acrylic cakes in here. Let's see. Oh, this is really nice for shawls too. Shawl Wall from Lion Brand. This is really nice for shawls. So, don't really have enough to do anything with that. I have a lot of scraps in here. Don't really have, I don't have as much as I thought I was going to need to put up on my shelf, so I guess I have open space to buy more yarn. I am going to go through some of this and donate some of this to the lady down the street, Kimberly, I think her name is. I think I would know her name. She doesn't watch this, but yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, nice. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put this cotton on the shelf because it's here and I have 4 balls of it and I have the space. So I'll just stick it over here in this empty space. And these 2 balls, I really don't know what I would do with this either. This actually makes nice shawls too. If you're looking to make Christmas gifts for people, this crochets up really nicely. Woolies. I don't think they make this anymore. If they do, they probably took the wool out because I think there was only a little bit of wool in here. 20% wool. They may have taken the wool out. I don't know. But also, if you are knitting or crocheting for somebody who says that they're allergic to wool, have them try this, because when I first started knitting and crocheting, I literally spent my whole life thinking I was allergic to wool, to the point where I was out of uniform when I was in the military during basic training, because the black socks are wool and the white socks are cotton for PT, and I would purposely wear the white socks in my, with my regular uniform after PT, because I didn't want to wear the black ones because I thought they were going to be itchy. So I made myself start using wool that had yarn that had 20%, and that's actually how I built up a tolerance, if you will, for wool, was doing that. And now I'm just like, I'm all in, even down to the rustics. So sometimes it's just exposure, because I think in this world we're so used to synthetic garments and we're used to cotton that we've gotten away from, the more natural wools. And I think it's just reintroducing yourself to that, or just introducing yourself to that period, and then really seeing at that point if you are. And if you are, then you are allergic. And if you're not, then, you know, it might just be a thing where you need to build up to it. So that's just something to think about. So anyway, I'm going to put this over here. And we're going to use this for color work. And yeah, everything else is going to go back in that tote. And that was the No Name, and this blend, and the eyelash yarn, and this recycled silk. So very long video, but usually these yarn stash videos are pretty long. And this is your reminder, if you've got a yarn stash, to go through it, make sure you feel it, love it, see if, you know, something you still want to hold on to or not. And it's good to move your yarn around, get some airflow in there, and discourage bugs from getting in there. So nothing to give away this time. Last year I gave away some yarn. This year I like everything, so I'm not going to give anything away really. That's from this, other than that one skein I think I had that I'm going to put in the wool swap. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week, probably the regular podcast, although it is Vlogtober, so I may just stick with the vlogging thing, you know.